Are we live? Are we live? Are we live? Okay. Uh, Uncle Louie, you ever look back at your childhood and think, damn, why didn't anybody tell me that? This episode is all about lessons we should have learned way earlier in life. The stuff that would have saved us pain, maybe heartbreak, embarrassment, and a whole lot of therapy, which I haven't even done therapy yet, but so we're unpacking the grown-up truths we wish we had known as kids. Life hacks and advice on the Gentleman's Hour.
Nice. Cue the intro.
All right, so the title is Life Hacks and Advice. What could you go and tell yourself, or what you wish you would have known? And of course, the makings of a gentleman, what they don't tell you about life. That's actually going to be the title, probably. So let's jump right in. First question: what's one lie adults told you as a kid that completely screwed you up later?
God damn, that's a question. One lie that I was told as a kid that completely screwed me up later.
Maybe not screwed you up, but just kind of led you to thinking a certain way that was like, oh, that wasn't right.
Off the top of my head, I mean, that's kind of hard. I can't think of anything that kind of screwed me up, like directly. Maybe the existence of a permanent record.
Hey, just get it expunged, bro.
Yeah, I guess. But see, I'm trying to think of all the life lessons I was taught as a youngster because there wasn't that many.
Well, let me go first. While you let you.
Yeah, go for it.
I'll go. Okay, so I wouldn't say this screwed me up, and I'm not even going to say it's a lie, but one thing family maybe emphasize, because my mom said she grew up in like an alcoholic family, big time, and she said alcohol runs in your blood, your father's side and your mom and her. She had me. Oh, there's actually two things. She had me thinking, as soon as I have my first sip of alcohol, that's it. My life is over. She's like, you'll be on the streets. You'll be, you're going to lose all your family and friends. You're going to be like basically the worst possible life if I drink, So I remember for a long time I was scared. God forbid drugs, you know what I mean? Like that, you instantly take a drug, you instantly die, But the way that family said like alcohol is just so bad, and you know what? I'm not here to say it's not bad. Yeah, of course it can have a bad effect on you health wise. I know just hanging out with you, I haven't seen you ever get drunk and act wild, but there's a lot of people that they can't handle their liquor and they start acting out of pocket, starting fights, just doing weird stuff. And I'll admit, when I get blackout drunk, I can, I don't do anything stupid, but I get into fights with Desiree. I get, I kind of do some dumb stuff, but I'm not an angry drunk. I don't like to fight when I get drunk. But there are people that they're the coolest people on the planet. As soon as they get drunk, oh, here we go. They're trying to fight everybody. They're trying to get arrested. So I get that, but I don't think it's as bad as everyone says it is. Like, yeah, if you have a problem and you can't control it, yeah, it can be. But if you can, like I feel like I can. I don't, I drink on the show and I drink when we hang out. Every once in a blue moon, me and Dez, if it's just us, go in the jacuzzi or watch a movie and, I want the mood to get set because I want, maybe some action at night. I'm going to go ahead and start popping them drinks, you know what I mean? Because I know that's going to lead to easy action. Stuff like that. But for the most part, you don't see me drunk here every night. I'm not at home. When I'm with my kids, I don't really drink unless it's a party or something. But I think that's one thing I was always scared of. The other thing when I was a kid is everyone made it out to be like, oh, if you have sex without a rubber, you're going to get AIDS, you're going to die, you're going to have 9 kids. Bro, come on, man. Come on, man. I started slinging it around after a while, and nothing bad happened. I'm still here. I'm still walking.
You know what? I do agree with that part. I kind of think with like when it comes to like sex and STDs and pregnancy, I do think that you kind of need to emphasize what can happen. because I also think like depending on when you start doing it, like you have a different outlook on life. Like when you're young, dude, like you don't fear death, you don't fear anything. And as you get older, there's certain things that like, oh, you know what, man, maybe I should strap one on. And then once you start meeting certain people, bro, like there's some people that you're like, dude, like they need to strap one on when they do it, especially if they do it with so and so. Like I've met some questionable people, both men and women, and I'm like, dude, and they've told me stories, and I'm like, whoa, like wow, you know what I mean? And
Yeah,
it's like,
but you can't feel anything with a rubber.
but you can feel it in your heart. That's all that matters.
But you can live for another you
Yeah,
can live for
exactly.
another
If
day.
you live another day, yeah, yeah, yeah.
No, and honestly, I'm just BSing. I haven't really had the talk with my kids. Um, I haven't really had it with my son because I just think he's still kind of too young and immature. But I know I need to. But I'm gonna be 100% the opposite of way I'm talking right now. Right now, I'm talking like this is
No,
me
yeah,
in the
yeah, yeah.
street,
There's
20
entertainment,
years
bro.
old. Hey, but in my 20s, I did think that like hey, I can bang three chicks tonight all at the same time and nothing's gonna happen. I don't need no.
Yeah,
Now
like
I do see that's reckless. I was honestly just lucky. I was just lucky.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like you have that mentality where you don't think long term. You don't think the end result. You don't think anything. Like, and it's not even just STDs, bro. Imagine having a kid when you're off
No,
your
you're
first
right. You're right.
time. Off your first
Yeah,
time, that's misery in my opinion. But I mean,
everything is instant gratification, huh?
I mean, I do agree with like yeah. My mom was very big. My dad not so much because he didn't really talk to me about stuff like that. But my mom was very big on like, yeah, if you drink, your dad likes to drink, but look how he gets, and you see in the family, yeah, because my dad was a funny drunk.
Oh, okay. Those are
Yeah,
good
he would
though.
not
Those are
not not funny like a Jim Carrey and he's stand up, is this thing on type of joke, but he would do a lot of stuff that at the time I didn't know, like I didn't know that was wrong until I got older, until I started drinking, and I was kind of like, damn, dude, my dad was a freaking drunk, and and
that boy
and
was wild.
yeah, dude. And I mean, he used to put him back, bro. He used to pound. And she would tell me that she's like, you're gonna become an alcoholic. And
Yeah,
alcoholic
that's what my
to
mom's told
them,
me. Yep.
yeah, alcoholic to them is like equivalent to death, right?
Yeah.
And drugs, oh my god, if you smoke marijuana, you might as well be doing heroin. You might as well, go
Right. Right.
cluck
Right. Right.
cluck your TV because you're smoking a bowl. But come
Right.
on, like weed is, to me, in my opinion, weed. If you want to cancel me for
Well,
what
I
I'm going
mean,
to
it's
say, but
legal. It's legal now.
yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah. It's like it's I don't find it bad, especially not compared to what's out there now. Good lord, but to
well,
to
this is a
her,
blunt. This is a blunt. Nah, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. By the
hey,
way,
hey,
I'm
hey,
kidding.
George
This
and
is
Mike are
a
gonna cancel you, dog. Come on.
this is a legit cigar that I actually got for our trip to go meet up Mike and them. I had two, and I didn't finish the second one, so I'm having it now. But yeah, go ahead, finish that.
Yeah, yeah, no. So that's what I'm saying. Like maybe that's kind of what you were asking, because like I said, I
Yeah.
don't. My parents gave me lectures, they gave me stern talking tos, they gave me stuff like that. That at the time, I don't think I took it as a life lesson. I took it as you're screwing up. You need to do this or you need to do that. But it wasn't like
Right.
they never sat me down and said, you know what, son, like you're screwing up like this, and if you keep this route or you're going this direction, you're gonna. It was always addressed there.
Oh,
It
so
wasn't like big
that's
picture.
yeah. So that's good though.
You know what I mean? I would have loved, like I said, if they would have told me, if you keep drinking, eventually, blah blah blah. If you don't keep it under wraps or you don't keep tabs on it, you're
Right.
gonna lose it. It was like if you
Right.
drink a beer, you're gonna be an alcoholic, and then
Yeah. Yeah.
nobody
Yeah.
wants that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And that's what always. It was mostly my mom. That's what she would always like. She would make it seem like you're gonna drink beer, you're gonna be an alcoholic, you're gonna lose your whole life, you're gonna like everything like from that one beer, it's gonna just be a
Yeah.
complete, shit show
But
for
I
the rest.
mean,
I'm gonna lose everybody. My kids are gonna hate me. Nobody, it's like from this one beer. This is a light beer too. This is a Miller Light. Back then, I used to drink Miller Light. Like this is 90% water.
hey, but at a certain point, I mean, she is kind of right because everything starts with one.
No, no, no. Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I
No, no,
mean?
no.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And
And I'm that way with my kids. Like when they tell me I'm drinking, I'm just like. like, why do you guys got to drink so much? Like, you don't need to drink. Like, just go,
I fucking
go
hypocrite.
out, go out, have one drink. You don't need to get, But
Oh, good
partially, it's
lord.
partially though, it's also because they're girls. Like I have,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
like
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
if my son, I probably won't be as if he does drink, I won't be as
Like,
strict
drink
on him.
another. Don't forget
But
your beer bong.
yeah, but the girls, I'm always more, you're more protective because there's a
Yeah.
bunch of animals like me and you out there, that are predators. So it's like I don't want them to be blackout drunk and
Yeah.
here comes this predator, So,
Like
but
like
yeah,
like
okay.
when I had a talk with Nick. I think when I talked to him about the birds and the bees. I talked to him about drinking and drugs and with Cass. I didn't have the birds and the bees talk with Cass, but I did have the alcohol and the drugs. And I told him, I said, look, I drink beer. I don't drink anything really more. I said, because you have to understand what the effects do to you. And I mean, there's people that can function and get
Yeah, yeah,
drunk and
yeah,
go to work and whatever.
yeah.
I said, there's people that can function doing drugs. I go, but there's
Right.
also people that might smoke weed and that's not enough, and then they go to something else, and next thing you know, they're out in the streets, and they're lost. Because I told them, I said, everybody's affected different.
Yeah, that's
Some,
good. I think we're both on the same. We both for ourselves. We got pretty wild and we didn't really. But now with our kids, we're more strict or more cautious. More cautious. Like I'm.
I'm also a hypocrite, dude. I'm gonna tell you that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
if they don't have to drink, I'm like, dude, don't, just don't
yeah.
before.
I tell
And
them. I tell my daughters too. Like you guys don't have to drink. You don't have to like. What's up? Go have fun. Go dance. Go do all that. You don't need to. But yeah, that is hypocritical of us. But the whole point is that I don't think it's as bad as I was always led on to believe. Like you can be a social drinker. I think you're an example. I'm an example. Like I've never seen you drunk. And, oh, here goes Louis again. He's beating Laura. Like I've never. You're
that sounds
always
like
cool as shit. You know what I mean? Like
that's that sounds like a challenge, bro. You want to see me drunk? Hell yeah, I'm down.
oh, there goes Louis. He's
Hey,
DDTing Laura. He's got her in a figure four. No,
hey,
you've always been chill. You've always been chillish.
nah, you know what? I'm not a violent drunk at all. At all. I have gotten drunk and I've acted dumb. I've said dumb things, especially when I
Yeah,
was
we all
younger.
have.
But violence is not really normal for me at all. So even when I drink, I don't think
That's
I'm
good. That's good.
violent. And I mean, if I have, maybe you deserved it. I mean, I feel like it's okay. Like it's not bad.
Yeah,
But
yeah, and that's how I feel.
like yeah,
The
yeah. I
same
mean,
way.
I know my limits. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna miss work because I'm hungover.
Right, right, right,
I'm
right.
not gonna drink while I'm at work. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, yeah,
there's a lot
yeah,
worse.
yeah.
But yeah, you keep it under control. Then I think you'll be all right. You'll be all right.
No, I've partied with you, bro, quite a few times now, and you know,
Hey, hey,
I've never seen you out of control.
you
Yeah,
should have seen us on Fremont, bro. After you guys left.
you're. Oh, that's when the party started.
Whoa.
I didn't want
Man.
to go. I was so tired though. I was like, I can't hang anymore, bro. Oh no, 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 no. I wanted to say no. It was Desiree that was too tired. That's right.
Yeah. Plus, you guys
No,
left like 2 hours
that
after you got.
wasn't. Yeah, no, that wasn't me. That was Desiree. Yeah, and of course I had a backer. I had to
Yeah,
back
yeah,
her
yeah,
up. I'm
no.
like,
Hey,
but
hey,
no,
you could
bro, I
might
was
have
ready to
said more than
go.
him.
I was pumped up. But yeah, 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 yeah. All right, let's go. That was only our first question. This is supposed to be the
Hey, hey,
speed one
hey,
too,
hey!
the
Shout out
quickie.
Mike and Judy, dog. Shout out Mike and
Yeah,
Judy. They
yeah.
were
Hey, and they
double
can
fisted
party
with
though.
me.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
Laura,
yeah,
and
yeah.
Laura. Shout out Laura.
Shout out, Laura. No, that was a good time, bro. That was a good time. I'm gonna pop up right now. I'm gonna pop up one of the pictures that we had over there because that was a good time, bro.
Hey, pop up the one at the table, dog. At the
Which one
blackjack table.
do we have? I don't. Do I have it?
Oh, then I'll send it to you because oh, you
Yeah,
know who
yeah.
took it?
Send it to
Judy
me.
took it. Judy took it. She sent it to me. Well,
Okay, send it to me.
I asked her for some pictures. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that's dope. That's actually
yeah, dog.
that's gentleman style over there on them tables
Yeah,
trying to
for
raise money
real.
like the old
Hanging
days,
out with Jesus and Angel.
Like Doc Holliday, bro. All right. Okay, why do we spend 12 years in school, K through 12, and never learn how to manage money, say sorry
No.
properly, or set boundaries? Like, why aren't like life lessons taught in school? Like, okay, I get it. You got to know your history. You got to know English. You got to know your math. You got to know your sciences. But they can't throw a class in there on how to like navigate life. You know what I mean? Nobody ever taught me about bills. That's probably why I'm in debt right now. You know?
That's probably not why, but that's maybe one of the
That's probably
factors.
my
That's one of the factors. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. You know
Probably
what?
90% is my bad habits, but yeah.
Is that gambling debt because you owe double digits to Prize Picks and DraftKings?
And you know what? Before we even go, man, I was so pissed because I was the only one at that table. We're talking about we just went to Vegas last weekend. I was the only one at that table that was playing it right, straight up, properly, aggressive, but by the book. You and Mike were just motherfucking. I don't know.
Reckless
All
fool.
right, yeah, reckless, bro, reckless, and then you guys were the ones winning. What the like
No,
that? It's not how it's supposed to be.
if it makes you feel better, dog, I lost 200 at that table. So I didn't.
Oh,
Yeah, no, I didn't win. Mike
okay,
came
okay.
up, dog. Mike came up
My
winning.
bad, my
Yeah.
bad,
Shout out Mike.
my bad. Okay.
Shout
Hey,
out
I
Mike,
want to
dog.
do that. I want to do that again though. That was fun, bro. Like,
Hey, but we gotta get
you know
those
what I
two
mean?
dollar tables, dog. I'm not down with
Yeah,
15,
yeah,
bro.
no, yeah. Even the 15 goes like, and I that's crazy because when I go to Vegas, I pay now $25 tables, but even the 15 was going pretty fast. If we would have played $2, bro, we could have been ordering drinks. We could have been there for
Yeah,
hours just
dog.
having a good time.
Yeah, yeah,
I agree. I agree. All right,
yeah.
back to why doesn't school teach? And you work in the school, so you should have a little insight.
Unless it's up on the roof, I have no insight, bro. Um, I'm gonna tell you this,
Well,
bro. Like, go
you
ahead.
went to school.
Yeah, I went to school. Yeah, it only took me 17 years to graduate, but no, no, no. You know what? I fully agree with you. I think that they should teach, especially money management.
Yeah,
Um,
100%.
I I don't think they'll ever do like communication or like you said, apologize. But I do think if you're fortunate enough, because I'm a big believer, because there's a lot of people that talk down on public schooling. There's people that say, you know what, this and that. But I'm a big believer in the student. It's the student. At the end of the day, it's the student. It's not the system. Because I compare myself to my sister Rosie, for example. We
Okay.
were raised by the same exact parents, in the same exact
Okay.
house, in the same exact
Okay.
neighborhood, same exact
Okay.
school district. She has her master's, bro. I have a diploma, right?
Hey, what'd she get her master's in?
I don't know, dude. I know I know her bachelor's was sociology. Master's, I don't know. But come on, dude. Like it all depends on the student. The same thing with people that
True,
complain
true, true.
about the food. Oh, well, they don't feed them. Okay, if you don't like what they feed them, then pack them a lunch.
Yeah,
Simple
yeah,
as
yeah.
that. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But I
That's
do.
common sense. That's
Yeah,
common
yeah.
sense.
But I do agree. Like money wise, they should have a show you how to balance a checkbook. I mean,
Right,
obviously that's
right.
not as relevant now because you have an app on your phone and who the hell
Yeah.
writes a check? But
But still how to
I mean,
balance your
yeah,
budget and balance your
balance your
books.
money,
Yeah.
invest.
Right,
How
right.
to
Right.
invest? You know,
Yeah.
I think the best life lessons that I learned in school and LUSD was from the teachers that talked to you like you were a human.
Yeah. Treated you with a little
There were
respect.
teachers
Yeah.
that went in there and they put their stuff down and started writing on the board and blah 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 blah. The bell rang and you were gone. And then there were teachers that greeted you, "Hey, how's it going?" What blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
You know
Made
what I
you
mean?
feel like
And they
a
told
real
you,
person.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, man. The school is there. If the student wants to learn, they're gonna learn. You
Actually,
know what
you're
I mean?
right. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. So it's like why make it so that like how you said your sister like that's why I think me and you kind of bonded is that everything is like similar, bro. It was the same thing with mine. I barely bro, I didn't even graduate high school. I told you this story on here right before. Like I failed my elective. It was like accounting. I took accounting because the me and my
Hey,
buddy
wait,
me
wait, whoa! Come on, bro. How do you take accounting and then complain that they don't teach you how to manage
well let
money?
me well but this was weird accounting, bro. It was like balancing the books. You ever seen the
Yeah,
movie the Accountant? You ever seen the
you were
movie The
doing the
Accountant?
teacher's taxes from like 3 years
Yeah,
ago.
it was. But the only reason me and my buddy took this class is because this teacher was hottish, and we heard that maybe she messed around with students. So we were kind of like,
Oh, come on,
hey,
no.
so we were like, hey, we got to take this class because why wouldn't I? I could have just taken a teacher's aide and got an easy A. We took accounting because this teacher was hot. She was probably in her 20s when we were 16, 17,
Oh
and we
man,
heard that like If you
Those
play it
rumors
right, you
were
might have
false.
a shot. Yeah. No, she didn't. Not only did she not mess around with me or do anything with me, she failed me.
Probably because you were probably in there just winking at her the whole time.
All me and my buddy would do in the class the whole time was just talk and think about, come up with a strategy of how we could pull her.
Oh, good lord!
So yeah, we failed. So we failed that class. So I didn't graduate. I didn't walk, with my diploma.
On stage.
I on stage. I had to go and take a summer class, and then I got it after that. So that just tells you what you're working with. It's not. I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, right? But I think you are right. School is kind of like what is it? Survival of the fittest. It shouldn't be. They shouldn't make it so that everybody can go to UCLA or Stanford or the big. You know what I mean? Because then what's the point? You know what I mean? There has to be levels. And you're right. Some kids, your sister, they took it upon themselves. Like, I'm not just gonna be the average Joe. I'm gonna excel. And guess
Yeah.
what?
Well,
They were rewarded. Guys like me and you, we didn't excel. We didn't take anything serious. So guess what? We
yeah.
didn't succeed like they did. You know what I mean? So, and that's good. That's the way the world works. Like, not everybody's gonna be the boss. Not everyone's gonna be have their
Yeah.
map.
Imagine
Not
you
like
can't have a whole graduating class of bosses. Like,
right. There's got
who
to
are the
be
grunts? What are they gonna do? Let me ask you
exactly
this: what college did your sister go to?
UCLA like yours.
Same as mine.
Yeah. Shout
Yeah.
out to my sister. Oh, did your sister get mad? Oh, she probably didn't hear that show. One time I was talking on here and I said it's harder to get into now these days. Like, I went to San Diego State after a community college, but I was saying in one of the podcasts, I was like, it's impossible now to get into UCLA. So I made it was kind of a joke, but it kind of wasn't. I was like, oh, like even like my sister went to UCLA, but back then it was a lot easier to get in, especially back. But also too back no, but even back then, I'm not even trying to hate, but back then there was also affirmative action. Affirmative action is now basically gone, but there was a lot of factors. There wasn't as many Asian students coming over, so it's a lot. So, anyways, UCLA
Whoa.
now
Whoa.
is like I think it's like 10 or 15% acceptance rates. So that's like 1 out of 10 people get in. So that, anyways, I was explaining that on the show, and then my sister got mad. Like, it was hard to get in. I was like, I'm not saying it wasn't, but I'm just saying it's crazier even now. There's a lot more, and a lot more people go to college now than back then. You know what I mean?
Especially
But
coming from a dullard like you.
yeah, but talk to your sister. Ask her, does she believe that, or does she think no? It was just as hard back then to get in as it is now. And honestly, I would never disrespect because I tried to get into UCLA after I went to community college, and I had like a 3.4, almost a 3.5 in community college, which means you can do the work. Why didn't I get in? But I still got rejected. So,
Dang.
like, I do respect anybody that can get into UCLA. You got to have, like, bro, you got to be sharp. Well,
PSA,
anyways,
PSA,
PSA.
PSA right now, dog. Come on,
I just wanted to clear that up. Shout out,
man. How do you really feel?
since we're talking about UCLA and our sisters, I just wanted to bring that up.
Yeah. God
And
damn. How do you
honestly,
really feel, dog? Come on.
but no, and
Let it
honestly,
out. Let it.
but I am even proud because that's still one of the biggest flexes. Like, I still rock UCLA. I could have been like, oh, UCLA didn't let me in. F them, bro. I'm all about San Jose. I still rock UCLA gear. I'm still a big
Hey,
UCLA fan. And if anybody asks me, I'm like, oh yeah, my sister went to UCLA. I'm the first one to like brag and like, you know what I mean? Like, that's a major accomplishment.
that was like me and Barbizon. I don't know if you remember Barbizon,
Isn't
School of
that
Modeling.
beauty college? Oh,
School of Modeling. Yeah, they didn't let me in, so screw them.
did you send in a headshot? You gotta send in a.
I
You should
did
have let me
everything,
take the
bro. Look,
headshots. Hey, but I was gonna tell you this too. You got to let me send you a light, bro. You need some lighting because it could
what do
be
you
like
mean?
your face could be dark some
Hey,
spots.
hey, it's
Like,
summer,
this side
bro.
is dark.
It's summer, bro.
It's just all right, all right. I was gonna send you a little light you to plug in right into a little
Look at
USB
look at
and
my hand, bro. It's summer. Summer's when I tan extra.
yeah, bro. I mean, I told you in the summer when I was a kid, people used to think I was black. Be like, oh shit, there's a black dude in our family. I'm like, yeah, yeah, basically. All right, I don't know. We went off the rails. All
Yeah,
right, let's
we
get
went
back
on a
on. Let's
different
get back on
tangent,
track.
bro.
All right. What's something you didn't realize was trauma until you became an adult? Did you have anything? I don't know if I even have anything.
All my child, from the age of like 6 to the age of like 16, probably.
So, like, just the way you were treated, the stuff you
Just
did,
everything,
like,
bro. Like, you know
so
what?
it
No.
was traumatic.
Yeah, it was full of a lot of experiences that um maybe like gave me a false understanding of life, kind of got me sheltered. It wasn't until like I branched out on my own where I was like, okay, this is kind of cool, but it's like if you don't know how to react to certain things, it's like it's really hard. But other than that, I mean, I don't know. I can't pinpoint anything.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same. I wouldn't say my childhood was traumatic. Like traumatic, bro. I was given everything I want. I was spoiled. I was, honestly, I was a spoiled ass little kid. Now that I look back on it, but traumatic? Nah, you're right. You're right. I like anything that happened to me now. I should be able. Oh no, no. You know what was traumatic?
Oh,
I told it on on the last podcast. You remember? I was in I think it was kindergarten or pre-K. And remember I told you I went to that school in Northridge with all the
what
white
the little
kids?
white girls?
And this little white girl came and found like it was on the playground too. It wasn't even in the classroom. Like she came and sought me out. I don't even know if she was in my class. She came and sought me out. And bear in mind, at this school, it was probably 99% white, and that other 1% was Mexican and black. I don't
Was
even remember
you?
seeing a black.
Was you?
I don't. I don't remember seeing a black. They might have been counting me as the black person, honestly.
Uh,
But she went up and I remember she came up so nice. I'm like, oh shit, okay, here we go, here we go.
was crack?
I'm
Was
about to get
cracking?
I'm about to get my first white girl, blonde
Yeah.
hair, like she looked like she was floating. She had one of those little dresses. I was like, okay, this shit's on. All right, here we go. This Mexican's about to run through these white girls. She
Like, what's up,
comes up,
Taylor?
she says hi, and, like, oh hey, what's up, baby? And she's like, and um, she's like, you're really dark, and I'm like, what? I didn't even know what she was talking. I'm like, dark. She's like, yeah, your skin is really dark. She's like, it makes you really ugly. And I'm just like, I remember it was like a stab to my heart because I was like, I instantly did this. Oh shit,
Like, damn.
I, I am dark. And bro, how do you remember something from kindergarten? So I think a lot of my insecurities or like even going up to chicks and all that, that kind of like, oh, you're ugly.
Because of
Oh,
that, yeah.
you're so dark. I never messed with no white chicks, bro. I never messed with white chicks because I was like, bro, they hate dark people. You
Yeah,
know what
they
I mean?
hate darkies like me.
They hate darkies. So I always had an insecurity with white girls and white people in general because I was always felt like they were looking at me like, damn, this much dark, like you know what I mean. So that stuck with me forever. And honestly, I'm not even gonna lie, even still like to this day because I work with a lot of like most of my profession is like a lot of I would say a majority is white. There's not a lot of Mexicans. And I like it's still like it's not as much, but it still kind of creeps in. Like, oh, I wonder if
Yeah,
they're
every
ugly.
now and then.
This,
It rehearses
this
its ugly face.
dumbass, yeah. How this dumbass
Yeah.
Mexican get in here? This dark ass Mexican, but that little damn girl, and probably now she's beat up. She's probably horrible, but she stuck a knife in my heart, and it's
That
honestly been
dagger,
there
bro.
a dagger, and it's honestly been
Yeah.
there forever. So that's why I take out because now I have a little white girl in Desiree, although she's half. But if you saw her, if you saw Desiree, you'd be like, she's white, right? So
Yeah.
I do all those past injustices. I take it out on her.
Like, don't call
Take
me
it out on,
darky.
yeah. How dark am I now? You know what I mean? Like so.
God
Poor
damn.
Des, I take it out on her. Hey, I have to, right? I mean, I have to take it out on somebody.
I don't know. Hey, I heard a story that girl who ended up going to UCLA. Is that true?
Oh shit! I wouldn't doubt it, bro. Those
Yeah.
kids, and that's also what led me to believe. Like my sister, did you see? She commented on the last one. She's like, "You're not stupid," because I was like, I always felt like I was stupid, but always around the white kids, I always felt like I was like dumb, not as smart. Like I would hear them talk and like, "Oh, these kids are smart." Like the stuff they say, I'm like, you know. But that's probably why is like going to those schools with the white kids early on, right
Hey,
off
but
the bat. I mean,
what's crazy is that with a lot of them, they have no common sense, bro.
yeah, yeah, that's true too. That's
Like
true. That's true.
you're so much above like
Yeah,
they're just because they sound a certain way. You're like, oh my god, but they're
yeah.
goofy and they don't know half of the stuff
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know.
yeah. But isn't that crazy how you put them on this
You don't. Yeah,
level because of
yeah,
their skin cut? Like, Oh, they got to be smart. They're white.
And
Oh,
then
like,
they put you down as soon as they can, bro.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
You have no
yeah.
business coming to tell you that. Like, come on.
Bro, she found like well, I probably was the only Mexican kid in the school, but she like, bro, it was like a missile with lock on target. She just like found me and just
Yeah, heat seeking
and
right
went
there.
right up to me.
Boom, boom.
But I remember she did look good. I thought I had a shot, but anyways, all right, all right.
What's
So
up, girl?
that was my trauma. What up, baby? I'm like, what's going on? Are we making plans for this weekend or what?
Yeah.
So that was my traumatic event. Oh, was there anything that you were taught? Well, this kind of is the same as the alcohol one that that you were taught to believe as a kid, and then now you're looking like man, they were just trying to brainwash me. That shit ain't real. Was there anything like that?
One thing I will say, I don't know if I told you this, but when we went to that little speakeasy over there in Vegas, dude, my little midlife crisis was I wanted to play the
Oh,
drums, right?
oh, I saw the text and all that. I was like, I didn't
Yeah,
get that
yeah.
because I wasn't there for that conversation.
Well, when I was a kid, dude, I wanted to play the drums. I told my dad, I said,
Okay.
"Hey, Dad, can you buy me a drum set? Blah blah blah. And go halfers on it." And he
Oh,
straight
I
told
think
me
you told
no.
me that.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
told me,
yeah,
he goes
yeah.
no. He goes no. And I said, "Well, why not?" Like I'm thinking, like, dude, like I'm gonna go halfers. Let's go halfers on. I think I had like birthday money or something, right? And he was like, "No."
Yeah.
He's like, "The musician's life is not for you." And I said,
So that was more to save you, though. Okay. Okay. Go ahead. Go
"Yeah,
ahead.
but
Sorry.
I mean, come on. Not every musician is crazy like that."
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, who knows? What if I could have been I could have been that guy, and you could have been watching me
yeah.
at the speakeasy, bro, like playing the drum like a cool guy.
Nah, forget that. You could have been the Tommy Lee, bro. You could have been in Motley
Oh,
Crue.
nah, I'm not even half of Tommy Lee actually, but
What half? What are you talking about?
you know what I'm talking about, dog. It ain't the drumstick, homie.
Yeah,
It's
I
not
saw
the
the video.
snare drum,
I saw the
but
video. That shit was
no,
impressive.
me too. I saw the same thing. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not. I think that you have to kind of like, if these kids show interest, you gotta like milk that. You know, say let them fail. Like, what if I was like the next, whatever, insert
Right, right, right,
famous
right, right.
drummer in
Why?
here.
Okay, so that's part of the whole thing as a parent. Like when you know your kid's going down a road that's could be hard, maybe isn't even if say the success rate for being a drummer is probably under 2%, you know what I mean? It's got to be crazy, right? 1%. Like if you think about it, there's not that
Yeah.
many professional drummers. So in the end, you're right. He probably was saving you, but also killing your dreams. Like what if, like what
Yeah.
if all those other drummers, what if Tommy Lee, dad would have
What
told,
if his
hey,
dad
no,
told him,
yeah,
"Nah, dog, it ain't for you"?
yeah, no, yeah, you got a big dick going to porn instead. You know what I mean? Like, and he didn't become a drummer. So it's like it's kind of a double-edged sword. Like your parents are there to try to steer you in the right direction, but are they also killing dreams? Yeah, probably.
But I also think like I think he thought that I was gonna have a similar life to what he had, the choices he made, whatever.
Right,
But
right, right.
I think at that point, like, come on, dude, like maybe I just want to learn how to play the drums. But who says I'm even
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
join a band? What if I
yeah,
suck at it?
yeah.
You know what I
And
mean?
and and you know what? Honestly, that's good advice. Like, and I do that too with my kids too. It maybe kind of start to shut down some of their I don't want to say dreams, but they'll bring something up, and I'm like, like I'm trying to steer them towards the safe, and I want them. Like I've said on here 100 times, I want them to live their best, easiest life, but maybe that isn't their best. You know what I mean? Maybe their best is they go and try some shit like that, and yeah, maybe they do fail, but like.
Yeah.
That's one of the life lessons that helps build who they are, and in the end, they end becoming better. I got to do better at that in terms of like when my kids come up with some crazy ass ideas and stuff. Like instead of like, oh, here, let me go negative and let me tell you all the reasons why that's not going to work. Just be supportive, shut your mouth, and okay, hey, and when if they succeed, they succeed, and if they fail, just be there for them. And all right, here, let me pick you up
I
and
mean,
let me
that's
get
part
you
of
back.
life, bro.
Let me get you back
Yeah.
on track. That's part of life. That's part of life. Yeah, I got to do better of that. Myself personally, I know I do that with my kids where I want to do it and like, you know what, you got to go
I
more
don't want
towards
that for
this,
you.
this, yeah, exactly. And who am I to tell them what I want for them? They need to decide what they want. You know what I mean?
Hey, you're
It's
opening
not.
up a can
It's
of worms for me, dog.
yeah, 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 yeah. We'll do this on
I'm
another. We'll do this on another one.
I'm over here like,
Oh no, you're crying. Oh
man,
no.
I just wanted to
Oh
play the
no.
drums, man.
And I'm sure you're a good drummer, bro. I'm sure you're a good
Nah, I mean,
drummer, but
I don't know. I've never
Uh,
tried it. I'm scared.
hey,
Every time I pick up
right
the
now,
drumstick, I'm trembling. Oh.
yeah, you could have been in. You could have been the drummer for Maná, bro. We don't even know. You know.
Yeah, dog. See, man, come on, man. I
Uh,
wouldn't even be here right now, dog. I'd be on tour.
yeah, I would be. I would be your stage manager, bro.
My roadie.
Let me get some of those groupies.
Yeah, bring the drum
Um,
set, boy.
uh, Filthy Pete, get your ass up here.
Yeah, get your ass
Um,
up, fool. Come on.
oh, here's a good one. Here's a good one. Who failed you more growing up? Your parents,
Wow.
your school, or your church? You want me to go
That's
first?
easy, bro. The church.
So I'm
Um,
looking at it. Let me go first. Let me go first.
yeah, go for it. Go for it.
All right, I'm gonna go through each one. So I don't think my parents failed me. I'm not gonna say that they failed me because they did the best they could. Do I have problems? Yeah. Do I have issues? Yeah. Am
Yeah,
I depressed? Am I depressed a lot of time? Yeah, more than I should be. I don't know why, but um, is that because of them? I mean, I don't. I never want to
no.
be that type, that whiny. Like my mom spanked. My mom slapped me one time. Like, no, man, come on. We're adults. We
You,
make our own. You know what I mean?
you,
Like, I'm never gonna blame my parents.
you're never gonna bring it up on a podcast ever.
No, I'm never
Not you.
gonna.
No way.
I'm never gonna blame them for what I am now. I think you even said it one time. You're like, yeah, do I have a regret or do I wish they would have done? Yeah, of course, bro. Everybody wants
Yeah,
that perfect lifestyle. But did they do the best with the tools that they had at the time? Yeah, 100%, 100%, 100%. I would not be anything near what I am without them. So I'm never gonna blame them. Props, shout out to my pops and my moms, both of them,
I,
and
I,
yeah, I would never blame them. My school, same BS. Like, well, how are you going to blame your school? The school is just going to teach you your basic stuff, but how you were saying, the kids that want to learn more, the kids that want to do better, they're going to do better.
yeah,
So
yeah.
the school is just there to give you that baseline education. If you want to take it more, take it more. That's on you, but that's on you. That's not on the school to hold your hand and walk you through. And then the church, oh shit, I don't know. That's weird because I grew up Catholic. I was an altar boy. I never messed around with no priest or nothing. No, so
But they
don't even
messed
get.
around with me.
I never got touched. I
Yeah,
actually, why didn't I ever get touched? Now I'm thinking about it.
because you were too dark, fool.
Yeah, they were like, "Hey, who's this dark boy?" No, we're gonna get canceled. We can't even say it. You honestly, you can't speak about the church. So the only thing I won't blame the church because honestly, this is a weird. Maybe we could do a religion one day, but like
Wow.
I grew up Catholic, and do I believe everything? No. As I've gotten older, it's starting to stuff is like it's harder to make sense of it. But the only thing I will say is that like some of my best times were when my grandma was still alive, my kids were under like 5 years old, and my mom, we would all go to church every Sunday, and then we'd go to church, we go to breakfast, and it was like a routine every single Sunday. And like, yeah, did I believe everything? Did I, the scripture, like, God turned water into wine? How come I can't turn,
Yeah, let me. I've been trying
how
for
come I
years.
can't?
It doesn't work.
Yeah, like I don't know that potion. How do I turn this water into beer? Like I can't do it. But you know what? The only good thing about religion that I still appreciate and like is that I always felt good coming out. I felt like not reborn, but I felt good coming out of church, like almost like the gym. Like you go in, I don't want to go, bro. I don't want to. Then when you walk out, you're like, oh, I feel good. So I always felt good, and I always felt like religion kept me kind of grounded. You know what I mean? Like even though, yeah, do I necessarily believe in God? And I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But there was always something in me that kind of kept me on the right path because of like religion and the way I was brought up, and like
Mm.
it did teach me right from wrong. So I'll always respect it. Let me just finish this one last subject.
No, no, yeah,
I
yeah.
do,
Come on.
I do want to
Be low key.
I do even want to get my kids going back to not to like, hey, you have to believe in God, just to put it out there for them,
Put it
and
out there and
then
let them take it.
exactly,
Yeah,
exactly,
yeah.
and let you make your decision. Do I believe always everything? No, not necessarily. Do I follow everything? No, I'm letting. I don't. My buddies all stop drinking. I'm not. I'm not doing all that. Do
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
but I like the way it makes me feel. I like that there's something kind of out there leading me to like you have to be good, or there's repercussions. So like
There's a
I
there's a
like all
there's a
that.
tra- there's a track to something that's gonna
Right,
long
right,
term.
right, right. Right, right. So I like that it does that for people and for families. Like, what's wrong with
Yeah.
it telling you, hey, you gotta do this the right way. You gotta. Do I believe in all like you got to go to confession every time you jerk off? No, because I would be in
Every
confession
time, damn.
every
I
hour.
do that
Yeah,
3 times a day.
I'd have to go. I'd have to go right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so do I believe all that? No, but I do believe in at least like it sets like a bar for being good, and teaching you to be good. And I think it's good for kids. And then once they're adults, hey, you decide what you want to do. But all right, let's take a pause. You need a break?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, go
Please.
ahead.
I'll be right back.
It looked like you came out of that wall, bro.
It did, dog. Yeah, man.
I was trying out all the different things. It didn't work. It didn't work. Get a little cup and just pee in the cup.
No, I need like a 2 liter bottle, dog. I
Oh
got
shit! All
I got
right.
the bladder of a camel.
Wait, a camel can hold. All right, go ahead, drink up.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
Go for it. Go for it.
Let's jump back in. All right, where are we at? Oh, we're so. Oh
Hey, what was
my
the question?
god!
What was the question?
I thought I asked it for you.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah. Who did you
who
wrong,
fa-
right? Your parents,
who
your school, or
failed you
your church?
more
All right,
growing
go
up?
for it.
Your parents, your school, or your
Yeah, yeah,
church?
go
I
for it.
already
Go for it.
answered.
I'm gonna say the church
Okay,
because we
good. I
have
was saying
we have a
don't do your parents.
no. My parents, like I said, bro, like you said, they did the best they could with what they had. Both of my parents came out of very bad childhoods. My dad obviously more than my mom, but my mom had a lot of trauma, whatever. I mean, I can't get into it because I don't know all the details. But um, the school, like I said, the school's there, bro. It's like a drinking fountain, right? If a drinking fountain and you're thirsty, you go to the drinking fountain, you drink all the water you want until you're not thirsty. If you are thirsty and you don't go to the drinking fountain, you can't complain that you're thirsty,
Right,
right?
right.
And that's
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
how I feel with education. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So to me, I mean, the schools, they got me a diploma. I learned a lot of stuff. I had a lot of good teachers. Most of my good teachers were English teachers. My best subject I love most of my
Nice.
English teachers. Yeah, right. Um, but the church, I mean, that's probably out of the three. That's who I would have to blame because I
Are
learned a
are
lot
your
of.
are your parents religious?
We're all Catholic. I was born and raised Catholic. I had my baptism. I had my first communion, and my confirmation was a little shady. I mean, that's kind of where I pushed away from the church. It was basically like a hookup, like a like under the table hookup. I went to TJ. I got my confirmation. It was something that was done over the weekend. It wasn't really like correctly, I guess. The all the steps weren't taken.
Wait,
So
where'd you go? Hong Kong Club?
I was confirmed inside of Adelita's with a 2 for 1. No, I guess my mom had a hookup with one of my aunt's like family members, and I think I was like 16, and we went down there like on a weekend. We went Friday, came back Sunday, right? Friday, middle of the of the La Zona Roja, and we're just kind of surrounded by evil in my eyes because I was like, dude,
Damn.
I was 16, dude. I was like a light switch. I was like, oh my god, this is crazy. And then the following Saturday, on the Saturday, we went to go do the confirmation, I guess, interview. And I ended up getting a pamphlet before that I was supposed to study, and of course I didn't. And me and one of my cousins, shout out Licha, we were studying on the way there, right? And we did our thing. He like interviewed us. He was very very passive on the answers. And then the following Sunday we did our confirmation, dude. And that was it. There was nothing else. And I remember taking that, and I was kind of like, dude, like this is kind of crazy. Like I didn't agree with it, you
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
but like I said, I had no say. I was a kid. Kind of led me to kind of like stray away from it a little bit. I'm kind of thinking like, dude, like if this is cool, like like then what value does it have? You know what I mean? Like all my life I grew up and like I said, I had my baptism. I took my classes in catechism. Catechism I used to go like every Saturday for like 3 hours. And I'm just like, dude, like why did they just let me get this like without doing the proper steps? You know? And at the time I thought it was cool. I was like,
Without,
it's no big deal. But when I became an adult, I was like, man,
right,
that's
right.
weird. Yeah, yeah.
It's kind
So
of
I
like
mean,
not real. It's kind of not
yeah,
real.
that kind of pushed me away a little bit, but I'm I still believe,
How
but
are you raising your kids?
I am raising them to be good people. I don't. I think.
No,
Um,
that's what I'm doing. Same, yeah.
yeah. No. Cass got baptized only because she needed to do her quinceañera. Nick got baptized when he was like 4. I think he was like 4. Um, Natalia has not been baptized, so it's like,
Oh,
yeah,
really?
yeah. And
Oh,
I think I talked to you the other day about this, where they wanted my sister and Adam to be married through the church, and they're not, and they wouldn't accept them. So it's like you have to bend over
yes.
backwards. Yeah,
Yeah, that's the stuff that discourages me when stuff like that. You know what I mean? All the stuff they try to make you do. That's like, why do we got to do that? Why do we got to go all out of? You know what I mean? Just I want to be a part of the Catholic Church, and I believe,
like why
and
not just take me? Come as I. What is
exactly,
it? What's come as you are?
exactly.
Come as you are.
I don't remember Jesus walking like, hey, nah, I don't know about this guy. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Not
It's
you,
like,
not you.
no, he
Yeah,
accepted everybody, accepted everybody.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the one thing I don't like. I don't like all the stuff you have to go through and all that. It's just like, man, I want to just go. I'll make my donations, and you tell me about God and Jesus, and let me see
Yeah.
if I believe or not. You know?
And yeah,
Yeah,
and like I
I
said,
get that.
I don't knock it at all. Like if you're religious and you're all about it, hey, more power to you. Like I
Right,
said,
right, right.
I'm not saying I'm right, you're wrong. I didn't think it at the time, but if I have to pick out of the three, that's probably the most like influential part
Yeah,
that
yeah, I
affected a
get
lot
that.
of
Yeah.
people. Yeah, the long term.
Last question: if you could go back and tell your younger self, any age, what would it be? Maybe about women, finances, whatever you want. What would you go and tell yourself that? What would you tell yourself to make your future life easier?
I would tell them to learn how to manage your money. Learn how to fix things because it makes your life a lot easier. Um,
No, I'm agreeing with you.
no, I just saw the balloons. That's why I was like, yeah, the balloons. I think have confidence in yourself. Have trust your instincts. Um, have a kind heart, but take no shit. Um,
Yeah, that's a big one.
I think that's the number one, bro. I mean, if you have a kind heart, you become vulnerable, and if you learn how to not take shit from people, that vulnerability goes away, and I think you live a better life. Like I said, make yourself happy. Yourself, nobody else. You make yourself happy because if you make yourself happy, you can make other people happy. Save your money. Learn a trade. If you don't want to go to college, learn a trade. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? There's a lot of money to be made if you can change a compressor, if you can unclog a toilet, you can frame a house. Like there's so much money, and they don't tell you that. And don't have fake loyalty. Fake loyalty is, I think, probably the number one thing that messed me up. Other than that, I mean, like I said, look out for yourself. Be good to people, but if they're not good to you, understand that they have other things going on, and you can cut them out. You don't need to keep them around.
okay. Yeah, mine is pretty similar. Um, only difference because you're more like real and like serious. You know me, bro. Oh I know we're pounding beers like that.
Come on, dog.
Mine, one of my main ones would be what makes you the happiest in life. Actually, before you were married.
Me?
Yeah,
What
before you
makes
were
me the
married.
happiest in life before I was
What made
married?
you the happiest before you were married?
I think irresponsibility.
No, banging chicks. So I don't know if I'm just hornier than anybody else, but for me, it's always been chicks, chicks, chicks. And so I would go back and tell myself don't give a shit. Because I was always so, because of that little white girl that told me I was too dark, I was ugly, I was always self conscious. I would tell myself, don't give a shit. You know how they say, like, you can go up to 10 girls and try to get a number, and maybe only three will give you their number, and you're like, God, I'm a loser, bro. Seven girls reject me. No, bro, you're hitting
You
300.
got three. You got three of them, dog. Yeah.
You're hitting 300. That's awesome. So I would tell myself, don't give a shit. I used to get so like, I'd go out to a club or whatever, and I'm like, looking at you, walking. Oh, I got this chick locked up, and then whatever, she had a boyfriend or just or didn't want me or whatever, and it would destroy me. It would knock me out of the game for a couple months, and I would tell myself, you know what? Hey, shoot or shoot. Go shoot your. And
Yeah.
if you hit, you hit. If you don't, you don't. But don't take it like it's a shot at you. So I would do that. I think that would get me a lot more. That would get me a lot more chicks, which would have made me happy in my 20s. But the more serious stuff, I would have told myself, like don't be so caught up in what everybody thinks about you in life. Like I always have lived my life, and I still to this day think about I'm gonna do something or say something, and my first thought is like, oh, what's this person gonna think? What's my mom gonna think? What's my family gonna think? Like I don't want them to think bad about me. I don't want them to think
Yeah.
where I should just not give a shit. Just say whatever the hell you want to say, and who gives a shit? Like, yeah, am I a little bit creepy? Yeah. Do I like? Was I a horny ass dude when I was younger? Yeah. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Did I do a lot of bad? Yeah. Like I can't shake that. I can't shake what was. Hey, this I am him. I was born this way. As Lady
This is
Gaga
the whole
says,
package. The whole
born this
package.
way. Yeah, like I can't fight it. I can't. If you want to be with me, this is what you're gonna get. You're gonna get some weird ass shit. You're gonna get some couple of drunk nights. You're gonna get me. So it's like I have to. I wish I would have told myself at an early age, like it's okay to just be you, and if you're different than everybody else, like that's not
That's
bad.
their.
Like
That's
okay,
their problem.
exactly, they're different.
That's the crazy thing.
Am I gonna judge them? No. Am I gonna judge them because they're not like me or don't think like me? No. Like go do you. As long as you don't affect me, as long as you don't. So I wish I would have had more, and I think that comes down to confidence. I wish I would have had more confidence as a kid. I was too much of like a follower and like I just want to be the cool whatever anyone else doing. I want to be that. I want to be instead of just being an individual, which I learned later on. That's actually being cool is being
Yeah.
different and being an individual and following your own path. So I
Being
wish I could
yourself.
go. Yeah, being yourself. So I wish I could have gone back and told myself that who gives a shit what all these other people the way they act and you have to act like, what the
What the?
hell? What the hell?
Yeah.
So that's my one thing I
Uh,
wish this is supposed to give fireworks. Look at nothing. I
no, it's a
wish I
thumbs
would
up.
have
It's a thumb. There you go. There you go.
no but no but if you do two it says fireworks.
Oh, it's a two like
Um
this.
look
No.
at that rain. And that's how I felt. I've always felt like I had a cloud over my life because I don't act the way that everybody I should act.
Yeah.
But
Well, that's what I told you. Like I told Nick, I said, hey, I don't. I told you I think we were at the park or something, and he was kind of like hesitant to, I think, hug his sister. Some I don't know, some
yeah,
minimal. And I told him, I said, look, homeboy, I go, learn this now. People don't even give a crap.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
They
yeah,
don't.
yeah,
Like you think they do,
yeah,
but they don't.
yeah.
And if they do,
That,
who cares?
who cares? Yeah,
That's their problem. They got other issues to deal with.
yeah. I used to think that as a kid, like I do something stupid or embarrassing, fall or whatever, and it's like this is gonna affect me for that, and nobody gives a shit, bro.
Yeah,
People
man.
forget.
I think that now, bro.
People care about themselves, bro. They care about
Yeah.
themselves. They don't care about like you fell down the stairs. That's funny for 10 minutes,
Yeah.
and then
They don't
that's
dwell
it. They
on.
don't give a shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's good. That's good advice, bro. That's real good advice.
Yeah. I mean, it's something that I didn't know. I don't even know now. I still think that now. Sometimes I'm like, I'll do something and I'm like, oh, who saw that? Or did they see that? Oh, that's funny to
Right.
me because blah, blah, blah. But come on. Come on.
Yeah.
What is that?
It says it will rain down confetti if I do two peace signs.
It's balloons,
Uh,
dog galore.
I can't figure this out. All right, bro, let's close it out. So here's the final thought, and then I'll throw it back to you if you want to say anything, or if you want to just let us end it on this. Growing up, we thought being an adult meant having it all figured out, but turns out it's just realizing how much you were never taught. If you learn something the hard way, just know that you're not alone. We all got handed the same user manual as kids,
Hmm.
and we already broke the damn machine. It is what it is. So I think that's kind of sums up what we both have said is like, hey, we didn't have the smarts or the knowledge back then to know what we were doing or what should affect us or whatnot. And I think we both grew up good. We both took and we're both able to reflect now that we have kids and we're adults and kind of like, oh, okay, I see this or I see that or, whatever. So I think that's kind of the lesson is that like, man, I hate these people that whine and complain about their childhood and this made me, I hate everybody because like it is what it is. It shaped you. But if
Hmm.
you're a solid enough person, you can take that and you can form, yourself, kind of. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know
Valid.
if that makes sense,
Yeah, yeah.
but that's my take on it. I think we're both on the right path. Do you have a closing take or do you
My,
want me to end
my
it?
thing, my thing is that as an adult, hopefully any adult that's listening and they have kids, just teach them what you wish you would have known.
Yeah.
I think that'll benefit them long run. Like there's so many things that I didn't know. It wasn't until I was older, and I'm like, damn, that makes a lot of sense. I wish I would have known that, but at the time, I
Right.
didn't. Whatever. I mean, there's little things, and then there's big things. There's emotional things. There's mental things, but it doesn't matter. Like your kids, so teach them now that you can, and they're willing to learn before they go out into the world and they're like, oh, I've never experienced that, or oh, I
Yeah.
kind of know something about that. Like it's good. It's good for them.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
I
That's
agree.
that's it. That's it for me. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And that's beautiful. All right. So for whoever's watching, thanks for listening. Make sure you, if you like this advice, or honestly, if you hate us and you want to hear more dumbass talk from us two, subscribe and
That's all
and
the talk
and
I have
and
is dumbass
yeah,
talk.
and comment below. Are we way off? Are we spot on? Is there stuff you regret from your childhood? Is there stuff you wish you could have changed? Um, Let us know. And that's it. That's the gentleman's hour. All right, brother. I'm gonna close it.